Good morning. Oh, a little bit raspy this morning. Morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? I know I've not been here for a while. We're actually going to start off a little easy this morning. Well, first, as usual, I'm going to be cleaning up my work area, which has been a bit of a disaster. Hopefully everyone's good. I know Franco is going to be taking a nap around this time. That's just his modus operandi, which is what he does. Hopefully everyone is good and healthy. I'm just going to put my crocodile clips on here before I forget. It's been a while, huh? It's been like a month. And yet I feel like I've achieved nothing. Hey, how's it going, Lock Watcher? Thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome. Actually, this video did exceptionally well. The I2C scanner, maybe I should turn on my lights. There we go. The I2C scanner, that video did extremely well. So that was good. Microcontrollers can go. Ow. I freaking kicked a bar. Let me just get my cells that I've been charging and put them back into here. This is the way to do it, by the way. You get low self-discharge AA's and AAA's. I've got, these are from Hobby King. These are from Enloop. These are the God tier ones. But recently I've been buying, Amazon Basics. And also these Power Owls. And this is great. They've been working fantastic. You charge them, you throw them in a box, and then when you need them, you throw the crappy ones in the charger. The device really did turn out nice. I did get an email asking for the FreeCAD files, which I will be happy to provide, but not yet. I'm not ready. I'm not quite ready yet. I have to make some design decisions first. So, FreeCAD file is staying with me because I'm going to basically make a drill guide, 2 holes for mounting, and then I'm going to mount some sort of clip system onto a rail so that you'll have, your suite of devices ready to go. So, yeah, not yet is the answer. Thumbnail camera. Now, I was supposed to clean up a bit in my away time. But you guys will be shocked, absolutely shocked, to find out that I haven't done that. So, yeah, it's a mess. So this morning I'm just going to take it easy a little bit. I've got a couple of simple tasks to do. I have found I think it was a vacuum cleaner in the garbage. And so I cut off its cord, and I'm going to put this on the other end of the cord, so now I'll have another extension cord, which is good. I've got my lithium battery, which I'll bring in here. It needs a charge adapter. So I'm going to get that done. So we're just going to do a little bit of simple electronics. See what I did there? To ease into streaming again. So, yeah. So here is the, you know what? I could have used another one of these. So this is the cord. Look at that. Hospital grade. So this is the cord. It's fairly long. I don't know if there's any markings for the gauge, but we'll check the gauge anyways. But yeah, here's the other end. So I'm just going to snip this off. Oh, look, a little bit of damage there. So I'm going to snip this off, and then we're going to install this end, and then I'll have another extension cord ready to go. Some sort of snippers. I don't know where they are. Probably need to get a set from Princess Auto or something. All right. Let's chop this off past all the damaged end. There we go. So now a nice clean cut. Like so. Then we'll use a knife. And we're just going to cut the insulation. I'm going to cut it quite long. There's no need to save every millimeter of wire. There we go. This is that stranding that keeps it all strong. Make sure we didn't cut through the insulation though. We did not. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna cut this. This is like fiberglass. There we go. Okay, so here's the 3 conductors. I'm actually going to open this to confirm the length I need. Actually, I need my screwdriver. I was supposed to bring it downstairs, but I did not. Oh, here we go. Oh, I had some snippers here too. Oh well, too late now. All right, so let's open this up. So these guys come off. It's probably number 2 Phillips. Like so, like so. LTTstore.com, by the way. These are mostly made in Canada. Okay, so we don't need that long, actually. So how does this fit in? Let's open this part too. Okay, so, oh, okay, this is rubber. Oh, that is nice. It's actually quite nice. Okay, we'll slide this in. Should have probably slid this in before we cut the insulation, but no matter. Okay, and then this will go onto here. So essentially they're a bit long. I'm going to trim them down a little bit. Wow, these are thick copper. They're not very, they're pretty heavy strands in there. But it is hospital grade, apparently, whatever that means. Okay, stripping the wires. A little short, that's okay. These things are fairly forgiving. Oh yeah, they are coarse, they are big strands. So that's what we got there. Okay, I'm going to go the extra mile on this. I'm going to pop on some ferrules. The reason for which is because ferrules are awesome, A. And B, because I have so many of these ferrules. I bought this kit years ago, and it barely looks like I've used any. So you just need to get the appropriate fit there. Could use a bit more. I'm going to use all yellow because it's an ugly color anyways. I don't know why I bought red, blue, and yellow. Don't ask me these questions. Should have been white, black, green. I don't know if this is just not quite, yeah, that's not quite the right size. I always like a tight fit. So I usually use as small as possible, but in this case it's prohibitive. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. Like that, and then you crimp them on. So all these ferrules do is it prevents the strands from being stressed by being screwed into something like this. So now this should be marked. Oh, they tell you the length. Made stronger, hold up, tougher use. Oh, interesting. So there's strip gauge, and then in French, dénudage. Dénudage means like nude making, almost. I don't know, it's a bit weird. So ferrules are going to fit a little bit weird, I think, but it is what it is. So now, to confirm which are which, so this looks like somebody pinched them together. These are not marked. I just want to confirm that the green really is the ground, and that the live, I don't remember which one is live. I think live is this side, the small side. I think this is live, so that should be black. Multimeter. Okay, we're gonna go to, there we go. All right, so this should be live, so black. Yep, no shorts. This should be green. A little hard to, green, yep, no shorts. And neutral is white. Oh, we have resistance. Why do I have 43 ohms? Don't tell me this plug is faulty. Did I get 43 ohms before? 91 ohms. That's interesting. Well, I guess we'll see. Yeah, ferrules are a game changer for sure. Well, we're going to assemble this because the thing is, if this plug is bad, then no problem. We'll just snip it and test it again and put another plug on, I guess. Not that big of a deal. Okay, so live is the small side. So we'll just grab this. Oh, they're captured. This is a really good quality plug. So these plugs are like now almost $5 a pop. But I found this one serendipitously because I was at a Walmart and it was in the reduced bin for $1. So I was like, yes, sign me up. Give it a good squeeze there. One good electrical contact. So that's good. And then the neutral. We're going to have to try it out with something after. Get it good and tight. There we go. And then the ground. The ground doesn't even need to be insulated. But it is just to protect the wire, not to protect against shocks. There we go. Nice and tight. Okay, and then you put this like so. They should really only go in one way. And these are quick threads. It'll take a lot to bottom out. Like so. Okay. Oh, and then look, I stripped a little bit too much. Shove that in like that. There we go. Yeah, I love ferrules. Really, there's no reason to not use them. You know, if you got them, smoke them if you got them. And two, and then thread these in. And this is the strain relief. So all this does is clamp on to the wire. So if someone tugs on the connection, it doesn't pull on those ferrules or on those wires. It should pull on the whole jacket. You do want to make sure these are nice and tight as well. There we go. Get a nice squish. Oh, this has a nice rubber here too. So there we go. Now, hang on a sec. I just need to take off my sweater, which my mic is attached to. So give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Now we need to plug something in and see if it functions. What do I plug in? Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can find my power meter, because it'll be nice to have an idea of the amount of power being pulled. Where would that power meter be? I actually don't know where it is. One day I'll get organized. Today, probably not. Okay. Because I wanted to plug it in so I can check the voltage drop. Hold on, I'm having a quick look see if I can find it. Usually it's plugged in all the time, but I had taken it out for something. Oh, speaking of which, I did go get... Where could it have gone? Is it in here? No. Is it in here? No. Is it in here? No. Here? Also no. Well, there goes that. I have no idea where it is, guys. I was supposed to bring it along to check an installation we did, but I don't know where it is. Okay, I don't know. This is like totally I was supposed to do some cleaning, but I have not gotten to it. Well, it is what it is, guys. It just is what it is. Oh well. So now we need to plug this into something and figure out how well it works. Oh, my 12 volt power supply. My 12 volt. So these read-ins. Okay, first of all, I'm going to shut this before I cut myself. Okay. So I'm going to plug this in. Probably going to plug it in over here. And by over here, I mean over where you can't see. Okay. No explosion. So that's a good sign. And I guess these read-ins, they will come to life. Once I plug this in, it's going to make a electrical spark, but I won't be able to get it on camera. Yeah. Jesus Christ, that plug is tight. Well, there it is. It's powered on. No load though, but it does work. I mean, what do you want? They work. I'm gonna unplug it now because it gives me, the wine gives me a bit of a headache. So this plug, that's probably why this is in the discount rack. This plug is tight, like very tight. Probably have to do a couple of cycles to de-tighten it. But either way, got myself a new extension cord, and I don't know how long it is, but it is very long. Let me just wind it up and then we can get an approximate idea by measuring its length rolled up. And since I picked it out of the trash and didn't bother untangling it, it's now tangled, so it's making my life a lot harder. This is the thing, you know, I love picking stuff like this out of the trash, because sure, like, someone could probably take it and sell it for the copper, like strip it all out, but I think it still has, you know, like 20 years to live as an extension cord. I do believe in the recycling of metals. The wine gave you a bit of a, yeah, hard cider. Wow. So I do believe in the recycling of metals. It is a good thing, but the recycle is the third R. It's reduce, reuse, and recycle. So in that order for a reason. So you got to reduce your consumption, which a lot of people refuse to do, which is fine. It is what it is. But then the second one is reuse. Okay, so this is about, you know, it's about a foot. It's about a foot long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's about 16 feet long. Neighbor had tossed a projection set. 2 foot by 2 foot first surface mirror. Holy crap. A 2 by 2 first surface mirror. That's insane. Wouldn't that be like a couple $100 if you wanted to buy one? Like a first surface mirror. For those of you that don't know, a mirror is usually a piece of glass, and the back side of the mirror is coated with whatever silvering agent, and so it's reflective, but it's through the glass. A first surface mirror, more expensive because it is the front side of the glass that's mirrored. So you don't have to transmit light through 2 thicknesses of mirror. So here's a confession. I haven't been fishing in over a month. Okay, let me clean up this first. So this battery will be at an unknown state of discharge, and it has been discharging because I have my power monitor on it, which discharges it essentially. So hopefully I didn't ruin this, but we're about to find out. Reboot. All right, so here it is. So the BMS hasn't shut off. So that's good. Let's check the charge state. Oh, still has 13 volts in it. Perfectly fine. It says 57%, but that's not accurate. This calculation doesn't take into account the current that this device takes. So my goal here is this is a Anderson connector, and this is a low current one. I think it's 30 amps. It says 60 amps, 60 amp connector. So it goes through a DIY fuse box here. But essentially, let me show you the topography of this. So here's the cell negative, or the battery negative, battery positive. The negative goes through this monitoring setup. So this is the current monitoring for this. So this is a shunt. So it goes through that shunt, and then that's it. The positive goes through here, through one fuse. I believe this is a 100 amp fuse. And then it goes to, from that fuse, it goes to I think that's 10 amp. It's written, oh, maybe it's 20 amp. So I think it's 20 amp and 30 amp fuse. So the 20 amp fuse goes to these little wires which connect to my fish finder. And then the bigger wire here goes to this Anderson connector. This plugs into my trolling motor. So what I want to do is make an adapter to go from this Anderson to my battery charger. So my battery charger already has a Dean's connector on it. Not Dean's, sorry, XT60 connector. So I want to be able to charge this without using, without, I just want to plug it into this Anderson and have it charge, essentially. So that's the deal, my dear. So all I have to do is make a Anderson power pole to XT60 connector. That's it. So I went a really long roundabout way to say that. Anderson to XT60. And then I'll be able to charge this. This thing has been really faithful to my fishing season, but in the winter I'm going to convert it to energy storage. So the plan is to get a inverter, and I have two of these batteries, not identical, but two of these batteries. And yeah, essentially I'm going to try to collect energy from the sun. Very little energy because winter in Canada. But I will try to connect energy from the sun, and then I'll try to use it in productive ways. So here in the workshop, that might be, I'll do all my soldering with it. I'll connect my soldering iron to it, or my lights to it, or whatever. But the other thing is that here in Ontario, Canada, we have time of use electricity usage. So you pay more or less for your electricity depending on the time of day it is. And the goal is that I'll be able to connect, like my washing machine, for example. Oh, how's it going, Franco? So the plan is I'll be able to connect my washing machine to these two batteries, and I'll be able to do laundry, not only grid-free, right, because it won't be tied to the grid, it'll just be energy from the sun, but at any time I want. So stuff like that. I mean, you'll never get enough juice to like boil water, for example. That's too many watts in one shot. But something that takes a long time, like a washing machine cycle is 45 minutes, a drying cycle is nearly an hour. So you have an hour and 45 minutes of like a 300 watt load or whatever it is. That's perfect for like solar and a reasonably inexpensive inverter. The end goal is that I want to be able to power a welder. So this probably isn't the right battery for it, but I can try, because in principle you can get 2,500 watts more or less out of 2 batteries in parallel. So it just is what it is. All right, so let's get started. We need XT60 connectors. We need one. And I don't remember if it's a male or a female, so actually I'm going to go get my charger. These are my RC battery plugs, essentially. Let me see if I can find my charger. I'm going to have to take it down. Oh my god, that's going to be heavy. Oh, can I reach? Yeah. Okay, so it is going to be the the male end. So here's my charger. I left the cables in, because this is in a storage bin above my head. So instead of trying to get the cables out. All right, so this end, that'll go in there. Perfect. Now I will need actually to get the cables. And the reason for that is because I need to confirm that this follows the regular polarity of these things, where the positive is on the square end here. So actually, let me go so I can fish out the cables without damaging anything. So here's the power plug. Oh my god, it's all tangled up in other stuff. I can almost confirm for you. It's all tangled. All right. So I did manage to get them out. And here's the power cord. Okay, so here's the battery charger. And so, please choose correct battery type before charging, or else it may cause charging failure. Really? You don't say. Okay, so just going to confirm. Yeah. So there you can see the square side. The square side is positive and the triangular side is negative. So essentially I'm making up one of these, but this is usually used for a car. But since I've got one, I've already got a Dean's connected, an Anderson connector connected, I might as well just make my own one of these with the Anderson, and then I'll never have to disconnect anything. I'll just plug and good to go. So, positive side is indeed that. That's good. Okay, turn this off. Okay, now I need to find my Anderson connectors. Gonna move some boxes around. You know, I really should have cleaned, but I didn't. Why? Because I'm an idiot. Did have quite some time, but I guess I was just resting, which is kind of wasted time. Kind of, sort of. All right. So here's a box. Let me see if I can find starting to worry that I took my Anderson connectors out and brought them on location and then forgot to put them back, which looks like is exactly what happened. Oh no. Trying to think here. My old man bought a winch, and I did get things ready for him to install on his truck. Oh my God. So perhaps I moved all that stuff to another box. Nope. Not there, not there. Damn it, gang. Oh. Why do you guys let me do this? Why do you guys let me be so disorganized? Checking another box. Nope. Well, this may not happen today, because I don't see where they would be. I had a big Ziploc bag with all of my Anderson stuff. Hello, Mr. Anderson. Who remembers that movie? What's in this box? Nothing. That's my label maker, which I also need to make a video on. What about underneath here? 3D printer parts. Okay, I'm gonna check one more place and then I'm gonna abandon, and then we're gonna move on to something else. In here? No. In here? Nope. Okay, well, that just reinforces that I really need to clean up, because nothing is in its place. You know, I just had a thought. It may be in my fishing stuff, because I had to bring parts to my parents' cottage to install the connectors and stuff. Oh well. Reordering them from Amazon. They've arrived, still have not found your other box. Well, usually that's the way to summon your lost parts, is to order new ones, and then you get your lost parts back. I wouldn't have put that. Let me check my 12 volt slash automotive. Maybe it's in there. Well, there's fuses and stuff in here. Nope. Jesus, almost spilled my coffee all over the place. Nope. Not in there. Not in my solar power projects. Cable management, nope. Kits, nope. Well, there we go. Another project derailed from my lack of organization. It wouldn't just be like sitting on the bench here, would it? That would be embarrassing. Floppy drive replacement, order OLED screen for it. The screen arrived, lost the drive. Got new drive, lost the screen. Wow. Nice one, Lock Watcher. So I guess I really should have tidied up, huh? Okay. You know what? Something else I'm going to do. So I don't think I'm ready to film videos. So we're just going to do some useful stuff. Next thing I need to do is work on my boss's trailer tester project, because that's a project I want to make a video on. So essentially this is an ammo box. In fact, I bought a bunch of them. So this is what it used to look like. This like kind of greenish gray. And I painted it blue so it would look nicer. And the goal for this is to use this board Everything is falling apart here, folks. Is to use this board with the ESP and my relay driver board to mount in here, and essentially, and geocache, it's a little big for a geocache box, but I guess it could. So essentially, this will drive a bunch of relays. That's the end goal, is to drive a bunch of relays. And those relays will be tied to a bunch of wires that go out to a trailer plug. So essentially, you'll be able to plug in your trailer connector here, which I've got somewhere in here. Here we go. So the goal is to have this guy. This is a North American trailer plug. And I want a 4 and this is a 7-pin. I also want a 4-pin. So the goal is that this is going to be like mounted in here. And then this adapter will be somewhere in this box. And so you could just open this, put this adapter in, like so, and then you have access to the 4-pin and the 5-pin. So this is a project I've had in my mind for a long time. Now the issue is this ESP board is no longer supported. So I can just design a new board and use the ESP32S3, the 0, and have it take even less space and put my relays all in one board. I can make one big board. So I could do that. So I guess we're going to prototype that. So ESP32S3, because I want to give this to him soon. And I'm going to put his logo on the side here. So I'm going to have to make a second one of these projects. Oh, and I forgot to mention the greatest thing. This is going to be powered, since we are mobile mechanics, we are on the road all the time. We don't have a home base. We go on location. So the idea is he uses drill batteries. So the idea is this is going to be, so this is my drill battery, but it's going to slot into there like that, or into here. Like I haven't decided if I want it, you know, where I want it, but it's going to slot in there. And so you'll be able to test your trailers using your power tool batteries you already have with you. So that's the goal. So there needs room for this and this, like basically this and this, and then a DC-DC power supply, which is somewhere. Yeah, somewhere, whatever. Yeah, so it has to have room for all that stuff on it, and also mount all this stuff nicely. And in the lid here, this is a little bit of hot glue that I'll have to dissolve with alcohol. In the lid, there'll be spare fuses. There'll be, you know, things we need for the job. So that's the goal. That's the process. Oh yeah, my old prototype scanners. I thought alcohol was supposed to dissolve hot glue like super easily. It's not really dissolving. Also, pretty interesting thing. PCBWay are having problems with their PayPal account. So they're like, we'll still pay you, but just we don't know when our PayPal account will be better. And I'm like, great. I'll tell my mortgage lender that I'll pay them when my sponsor's PayPal gets fixed. So yeah, that doesn't come off very easily. That's great. So yeah, that's the plan. This is the size I want it. And also this is plastic, so I'll get to use the wireless features of the ESP32 Zero S30. Oh yeah, another thing. I will be shortly, hold on, let me find my ESPs. At some point, I will be converting. I have to update all my PCs because they're all on Windows 10. And Windows 10 end of life is like now. So I don't know what to do with my main work computer. Does it turn into Windows 11 so I can keep my processes the same? Or do I go to Linux and have to learn a whole bunch of new stuff? I don't know. I don't have the answer. Do I not have an S30? What's this? That is an OLED. Oh, these are S30s. Jesus. So the reason why is that there's no more security updates. So because so much is riding on hang on a sec, thinking. Like everything is on my PC, so if I get hacked, then I'm screwed. New project. Get projects. There we go. So yeah, no more security updates, which is the reason. What's going on here? So yeah, I don't want to raw dog a OS. Are you connected to the internet with that one, Franco? Because if so, I wouldn't. I would run Linux before I would run Windows 7. In fact, I do want to run Linux, but the reason is ESP32 S30. Oh God, you should just be running Linux. Or, you know, don't ever do banking or whatever on your PC. Okay, can I get like a couple more pixels? Okay. Let's go into KiCad, symbol editor. So anyways, the point is I have a HTPC, home theater computer, on the main floor, connected to my TV. And that's just my old computer. When I updated this one that I'm on right now, I use it as a home theater PC. Where do I keep all my... modules? M? Do I not have... Oh, custom symbols. Custom symbols. New. Symbol name. Does it need to start with an underscore? ESP32 S3 0. Okay. Zoom out. So yeah, I ordered a new SSD because I am too lazy to go through my hard drive and check what I need to keep and what I shouldn't keep. So there's that. Pin name 5 volts. And that is pin number 1. I do need to check something. So I wanted to have the same convention. Oh, you can't do a footprint editor at the same time. Oh, I'm freezing everything. 5 volts. Yeah, sure. Okay. All right, anyways. So I bought a new SSD. I am going to install Linux Mint with the Cinnamon environment. Ground pin number 2. And if that goes well, I might install Linux on my laptop then. I'm not 100% sure, but this PC, I may simply have to do Windows 11, sadly. Okay, you need to go away now. So GP1, pin number 4, and that is bidirectional. Actually, good question is the C3, C3 0 the same? That's backwards. C3 0 in new tab, not link. Image in new tab. Very similar. Not the same, but similar. Okay, good to know. So yeah, I have downloaded the ISO, Linux Mint, It's now on a USB drive, and I shall install it at some point. Using it for work, working on convenience store correction letter. What's a convenience store correction letter? But you shouldn't be on the internet with those unpatched systems. Definitely not. All right, GP2, pin number 5. GP3, 6. GP4, right? Oops, 7. GP5, 8. And GP6, pin 9. Okay. And then this is orientation left. They send back with any corrections they deem. Okay, do you work like in a sign shop or something? Ooh. Okay, so what did I do for my? So I'm trying to think. I went 1, 2, 3 all the way down to 9. Do I go 10? It seems to be. Yeah, seems to be going that way. Okay. I'm going to save this one. And I'm going to go. Okay, I started different. I started with GP0. Hang on a sec. Electrical engineering. Oh, nice. But seriously, are you in the internet with Windows 7 also? So I started 0 up here. So I'm going to change that. So this will be how many? Okay, how many pins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. So okay, I started 0 there. Okay, and I went across this way. Is it unsafe to access the internet with a Windows 7 machine in 2025? There we go. Yes. Last security update was 2020. And if you do, then don't log into your email and banking and stuff. Oh yeah, disconnected stuff like a CNC, that's not a problem. That doesn't matter. Okay, I need to make a decision. No, screw it, I already made the decision. Edit, this is 18. Edit, this is 17. Edit, this is 16. This is 15. 14. 13. Edit 12. Edit 11. Edit 10. How's it going? I take. Finally, you're here. Right now, my statistics are like 100% male. I needed some female audience in here to balance it out. All right, let's save this. What did I do on my... Okay, all those are the pads, which I will install as well. All right, next. Okay, where was I at? This pin 9. Pin 9, and that is GP7. This is GP8, number 8. Oh look, GP8 falls on number 8. Many of the ATMs in the US are using Windows 7 embedded still today. They probably have third-party security updates though. I'm guessing the ATM companies have a team of engineers patching vulnerabilities. So 7, 8, 9, pin 7, GP10, pin 6, GP11, pin 5, GP12, pin 4. Oh, I made a mistake. This is pin 17 because we're starting to count at 0. Fourteen, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So anyways, point is I'm going to be using Linux Mint very shortly. So I'll be a Linux fanboy, so I won't be able to shut up about it. GP15. Just like How do you know someone uses Linux? Don't worry, they'll tell you. Then this is RX, pin 1, and TX, pin 0. Okay. Same with vegans. That yeah, that vegan joke is pretty old, but yes. I'll tell you a secret. It doesn't bother me that vegans try to proselytize. Doesn't bother me at all. I understand the motivation for it, is what I'm saying. Okay. So now, pin name. So GP14, 14 pad top. Call it front. Pin number 18. Oh, that's the wrong side. Needed a left. Grab all these guys. We're gonna move them 2 over. This guy 2 over. Pin number 19. I'm gonna do GP15 pad front. You like animals? Prefer with gravy? Yeah. I do. So the reason I understand GP16, like if someone told me that dog tasted delicious, I would I wouldn't be happy with that. And so it's virtually the same thing, right? Like let's not argue that hold on, I need to focus here. 17 GP, 17 pad, rear. That is 21. Let's not argue that a pig is not an intelligent animal, because you'll lose that. GP 18 pad, RR, pin 22. But that doesn't mean that I have the means to be a vegetarian. Freaking expensive. Your dog eats anything, loves children. It's gonna eat children, huh? GP 38 pad RR 23. GP 39 pad RR 24. GP 40. Oops. pad RR, and then pin number 25. Pigs are damn tasty. Yeah, and I mean, but that's what I'm saying, right? We all make concessions in our morals. Whether or not we want to think about it is a different story. But I think you'd have to be pretty obtuse not to realize that you are eating an intelligent being. So here's my question. Yeah, it's expensive. Here's my question for you guys. If there was lab-grown meat that was exactly the same as pork, I mean, exactly. I mean, in a blind taste test, you would never, ever be able to tell the difference. The nutrition is the same, everything is the same, but it is, and the price is the same. Would you buy that over pork? It's keeping in mind, it's exactly the same. And what I'm saying is I would 100% switch to it. If everything was exactly, like 100% the same, would you switch to it? And I would say I would. Morning, Gerald. Yeah, that's okay. This was kind of, I've been not working. So this was me trying to get some work done. Yeah, I would switch in a heartbeat too. 100%. In fact, in my mind, if it's slightly more expensive, but still not like brokening, not going to make me completely broke, I would totally switch already. Locke, that is actually not as an interesting thought as you think. There are plenty of vegan foods that have nothing to do with meat at all. It's just the simulated flavors are for people switching, essentially. So I think this is good for my symbol. I think that looks good. So yeah, a lot of people who have been vegan for like 5+ years, in fact, here's an interesting fact. Vegans don't like the taste of Beyond Burgers. Don't tend to like Beyond Burgers. Because Beyond Burgers are meant to, yeah, here, see? Some vegans appreciate for their meat-like texture. A significant number of vegans express a strong dislike for the product. Taste weird or chemical. When vegans saying they're too processed, have weird chemical taste, and the texture freaks you out. So, people, the Beyond stuff is made for like meat eaters, essentially. People who crave the meat flavors. So yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Can you save as file? save as. I'm going to make the C3 one now because I have them. You're waiting for your doctor's appointment. Am I like blasting on loud in your in the waiting room? Okay, does this actually have pads? ESP32C30. I have C3s. What am I doing? Okay, so there's actually a lot of people here. Let's start a poll. If lab-grown pork was identical to real pork in every single way, even price, would you switch to it? Yes. No. Not sure. There we go. Yeah, vote in the poll, guys. So I'm going to grab a C3 0. Do I not have a C3 0? Oh my God. Seriously, I don't have C3 zeros. Are they just in this? Tried all kinds of things, ended up blacking out regularly. Damn. So these are S3 zeros. Do I, if I seriously don't have C3 zeros? Okay, I need to check my AliExpress purchases because I'm almost sure. I'm like almost 100% sure that I have them. These are not zeros. These are all the super minis. Okay, well anyways, I'm gonna make some coffee real quick. And then we'll sort this out after. Be right back, coffee. All right. How's it going, Daniel? Yeah, 100% identical. 100% identical. Be right back. All right, I'm back. I need to look at my AliExpress history. I'm going to do it on my phone so you guys can still look at something while I'm looking off screen. Because I'm almost sure let me check in and get my coins. This is gone. View all of my orders. Just check all with ESP32. So S3. Also S3. C3. But not the C30. No, Super Minis. Damn it, I ordered the wrong ones. Okay. Shit. All right. Question is, are the Super Minis the same footprint? Okay, same form factor. It's just the power pins are over on the other side. So you'd have to mount it upside down so you don't get these buttons. Although if you mount it to the back side of the board, it would work. Okay. Took your new reel to the park this morning to record the great outdoors. Recorded nothing. Nice. Very nice. Okay. So that is good. That's good to know. So I can go ahead and use and make the pads for that, which it's kind of shitty, but it is what it is. Actually, you know what? I'll do the C30. God damn it. Screen. C30. The sound of one hand clapping. Wow. C30. Okay, so here's, 50-50, huh? 4 votes. So here's another poll. What are you doing now that Windows 10 is end of life? Stay on Win 10, not secure. Windows 11. Linux. Only get 4 options. There we go. Model kit for underwater boats, sub-assembly required. Wow. So usually they have these nice infographics with the pinouts and stuff, but not on this one. Pinout. Well, I guess we're doing it this way. How many pins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, 9. Same thing. Idiot. Okay, so these stay the same. And this is GP 0. This is GP 1. Oops. GP 2. GP 3. GP 4. GP 5. Trying to keep a copy of your purchased AutoCAD alive. Cannot be reinstalled. Oh, damn. Man, like, the majority of you are going to stay on Windows 10. I've got too much writing on this. I can't possibly. Then GP6. Then GP7. Then GP8. Then GP9. GP10. GP 18, 19, 20, 21. 18, 19, 20. And GP 21. There we go. And I don't think there are any on the bottom. No. What? This 0 has a shit ton of pads. Does mine? Older AutoCADs, yeah. So, I don't know, man. In my mind, here's my hot take. In my mind, if you... Yeah, mine are different. They don't have all those pads. See? only have one row. In my mind, if you bought a license which was understood to be perpetual at the time of purchase, then I would say that you were morally correct to pirate it. Sorry, not sorry, I guess. You'd be morally correct to pirate it if you ever lose access to it. Now, legally correct, that I can't answer. That becomes complicated, but I think you would be morally in the green. Yeah, I mean, I don't believe in software as a service. It's horrible. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, okay, software as a service, I believe in. I don't believe you should be forced into it. I believe, like, if I wanted to subscribe to... No, Franco, I disagree with you. And this is, I just want to make my point clear. I believe if you have, I believe you should have two options when you purchase software. You know, I think perpetual should be the default, but that's another question. I would say you have two options. One is that you pay once, you get a perpetual license. However, you don't get updates. It just is what it is. You don't get updates. You know, if you're okay with being frozen in time, whatever, that's good. However, I believe, I believe that if a company would like to provide updates all the time, then you would go and yeah. So yeah, I believe that it should be an option. If you're okay with being frozen in time on that version, then you should pay once. And, you know, let's say the new version is going to be so much better. So the company expects you to use it for 2-3 years, then it should cost, you know, 2-3 years worth of software as a service, like license. And then in 2-3 years, then you buy another version if you like the features. I think that would keep them innovating, right? Yeah, I agree with that, Lockwatcher. But then again, if you're using it on Windows 7, what's the difference? You shouldn't be online anyways. You know what I mean? It is, I mean, it just is what it is. Okay, we can delete all of these pads, not necessary for the C30. Okay, we're going to save this. So we've done that. Now the C3 Super Mini. Why is there no... Oh, it's just called Mini? And yeah, I completely agree with that. I mean, I don't think you should be forced to pay in perpetuity. And especially because we know stuff like, wait, is this just the 0? This is the 0. Super Mini is backwards. That's the 0. Places like Adobe, for example. Adobe usually screw up, like their new versions are less stable. C6 Mini, S3 Mini, oh, is this why? S6, C6? I'm so confused now. There are so many different ones. Oh my God, do I have to buy more stuff? Let's go. Okay, let's go check AliExpress. ESP 32.0. Let's just see what I come up with. C3 Super Mini. Okay. Doesn't quite fit. Foxit as perpetual license product. No upgrades. Fine with that. Yeah, I use Foxit as well. Don't use Adobe PDF. Use Foxit. This one. The free version works perfectly. So 29% of you are going to Linux and 14% on Windows 11. So I will tell you that I have found a way to purchase a enterprise Windows 11 license. So hopefully I'll have less spyware than Windows 11 regular. C60. S3. That's Super Mini. No, I don't want the Super Mini. I want the Zero. Let me in. So the thing is, I don't even know if I want to order stuff from AliExpress because Canada Post is on strike. These are, again, the minis. C3, S3, C6. Oh my God. I don't know if Foxit works on Windows 7 though. This is, again, Super Minis. They should just stick to one form factor. Although I've seen these Zhao seeds. Could make for that form factor too. Far fewer pins though. have one delivery stuck in Canada Post. Notification day before the strike. Yeah, that sucks. What? Foxit is free. No, you get the free trial for the Pro features. I don't want to open, here, I'll open Foxit. And I'll show you something else after. This should be safe. Damn, that sucks. So this is Foxit. It is completely free, but look, they want you to do the free trial for the Pro stuff. But let me show you something. If you go to Ninite, NINITE.com, you then select all of the stuff that you want installed. So here's Foxit, right there. So you click Foxit, but anything else you want, and then you just click on Get Your Ninite, and then it downloads. It'll download it and install it without any of the adware or whatever. You know how you have to select like yes or no? Back in the day, it used to be toolbars and stuff. But this, it defaults to no on everything. So, yeah, you can do that. I guess I standardized on the 0 boards, but now this is not, it's not working out. Oh, I wanted to say something pretty cool too. My old man, he got his first smartphone. He's old, very old. He'll be 75 pretty soon. He got his first smartphone, and he's actually learning to use it. Like, how very interesting. I can't believe he's texted me back. Like, usually he used to have a flip phone, and I used to text him, and then he'd just call me, and he wouldn't even have read the whatever it was. But now he actually texted me back. I'm just answering a sponsorship email here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I might have to leave the stream at some point because I have a Amazon return that I have to deal with. I just have to hand it to them. Oh, there's already... I didn't see this. That's a big keep out zone. Jesus Christ. DevKit M. Interesting. So I'll put the S30 here. You use earphones. Ah, gotcha. All right, let's put no connect. There we go. I'm not going to use the pads. All right, I'm going to use 5 volts. Ground. Actually, I'm going to label all of these because I always put breakout pins. Oops. Three, GP4, GP5, GP6, GP7, GP8, GP9, GP10, GP11, GP12, GP13, GP14, oops, and then GP, oh, that's not even GP, idiot, TX, RX. Well, that is, I'm gonna have to use Platformio. Just checking something. Yeah, I'll use Platformio. What's this? Oh. Is a C920 still? Oh yeah, can print something. Yeah, probably use Platformio. Also, I really had to make a video on the RP, the Pico 2 all-in-one starter kit today, but I didn't feel like doing screen capture while you guys were on screen. Oh, and by the way, probably going to end at 10:30 or 11 today because I'm trying to ease back into streaming. So just letting you guys know. All right, new. I want to. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll give you guys the rundown first. Maybe actually. What was the? Damn it! What was the software I just downloaded? LibreOffice Writer. There we go. Screen. Okay. So for the trailer tester. So what do we need? Oh. How do you make those labels? Oh, easy. Thank you for letting me know, chat. So these labels they label the entire net, and they're right over here. Place here, place global labels. And so if you have another component here and you put 5 volts connected to it, then it's going to be connected to the same pin as this. That's what it is. So yeah, so essentially what I'm going to do when when Arduino, honestly, Arduino is starting to be shit for a long time now. So I'm going to just use Platformio and VS Code. Platformio is horrible, but what do you want me to do? I don't have a choice. And I'll probably switch also to MicroPython. So it's good. It's a big transition time. Okay, so trailer tester. So first of all, it's a 12-volt system. So it'll use a buck converter. You know what, I'll just do it like this. Buck converter. Okay. And I will need, how many outputs do I need? Multiple outputs. Wait, why is this? It should all be like that. Okay, so we need brakes. What is going on here? Why is it doing that? Is LibreOffice shit? Uh-oh. Okay, let me try this again. One. This is horrible. Why are all these options crap? Should be 1. Okay. Anyways, 12-volt input power. Okay, and then why is there a big space here? Oh my god. This is good. Well, did I just find a massive flaw to LibreOffice? Oh no. Okay, let's try unordered list. All right, 12-volt power supply from a buck converter. Okay. Multiple outputs. All right, so brakes, left turn, right turn. Okay. But then, so those are the major ones. But then reverse. Right turn, reverse. Then there's the 12-volt auxiliary. What am I missing? 7 pin, so there's a ground as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, missing 1. Oh, trailer brakes. Possibly not. Oh wait, there's no brakes. The brakes are just left turn and right turn together. So it's park lights. Okay. So I need to control. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 relays. Okay, 5 relays plus 1 PWM. So these are relays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that's PWM. Trailer brakes are PWM. So I essentially need 6 outputs. You need 6 outputs. Okay. And then I want a web interface. But I also want physical buttons. So physical buttons, I would need 5 channels, and then 1 on/off for the PWM, and then 1 increase PWM and 1 decrease PWM. So I need 8 buttons. What's an eMac with org mode? Like Big Macs? That would be awesome. So the web interface, I've learned HTML enough that I can write that. But these will have to take up space. Right? These take up space. So let's see if we can figure out how much space I have. Emacs is an editor as old as Vim. Oh, interesting. I don't know what Vim is either. Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, this is a 10 by 10 PCB. It's close. 99 point something by 99 point something. Oh, you're back home from the doctor, ITT? That's a good sign. Okay, so we have our ESP32. Probably should have it up along an edge, like that. I'd like to fit, how many buttons? 8 buttons. Should have a switches box. Hitting switches. Ooh. Okay. Here are the keycaps that I would like to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these go, these are the caps for mechanical keyboard switches. Those are my favorite switches to use, and I have the sockets and stuff to make them hot swap. So I am building this for serviceability, essentially. So we need to fit 8 of them on the board. They do need a little bit of space in between, but not a lot. They can tolerate quite a bit. Slept the last 3 days. Do you have like a cold or something? I've done shit all the last couple days, but I don't have any excuses. Oh, I can just squeeze 8 physical buttons. This is going to be some tight PCB design. Okay. You guys probably can't see them very well. So that's pretty tight. Now we need to fit 5 relays. Do I have our relays in a specific box? High loads and analog meters, maybe? Oh boy. Turns out I'm out of relays. Well, that would have been nice to know before I started this. Oh no, here's more relays. These are 5-volt relays. These are 12-volt. But that's okay. I've been teasing my boss with this for so long that I'm gonna make it happen no matter what. I'm gonna have to order parts on Amazon maybe. Okay, 5 relays. I do have space for all this. I can even space my buttons out a little bit. Look kind of ugly like that, huh? But I do have room. So I can make this all work. However, the drive circuitry for these might be a little difficult, but if I mount them on the back, or if I mount the drive circuitry on the back, I do have space. How's it going, DJ Artifact? I am building the long and short of it is I'm building a trailer tester. So this is a board you would have. Oh, speaking of which, does this fit in the box? This is essentially something you would have that you power by a battery or something. And it lets you, yeah, this fits in there. And it lets you test trailer lights to make sure they're all working. But the beauty is that it's just it's just a PCB with relays. So it can kind of do whatever. You don't really need it to test trailers. You can use it to activate lights or whatever. That'll be my goal. So ESP32S30. And then I have a couple relays, 5 of them. The 6th one will have to be a logic level MOSFET. So I'll have to deal with that somehow. But the goal is I want to get this sent off to be manufactured ASAP. Oh, I got alcohol in this. So, essentially, oh, the other thing is there's no fuses. So it might actually be tighter than I think. So let's say the hinge is here, because this is where the hinge end is. Zoom you out. So the battery, let's say, sits here or here, right? Easy removability. And then this board, it can sit upright here, or it can sit at the bottom. Just barely fits at the bottom, but it can fit, it can slot in here or whatever. So it's not a big deal. This guy will fit in either the front or the back. Probably the back, right? Look at all this space that's taken up here. So you pop that in there. So that'll fit in there. And then you have room to put this guy in place as well. So I've got tons of room. So the point is we're mobile, right? So this is hinged. So you would open this, pop the battery in, and then you can hit the buttons. But the point is it has a web interface as well. So it would Bluetooth to your phone. So you connect to your phone, and then you can control it with your phone if you want. So the point is we've got choice, which is the important bit. So I do need to make a fuse panel. So that's another thing I need to do to make sure that we don't draw more than like 5 amps or whatever per channel. But this looks like a single board should be able to do it. Sometimes if you like things that don't work the same way as for the majority, the buttons will be facing, oh yeah, you're right. If it's like this, yeah. So it'll be sitting like this then, yeah, for sure. So you just press the buttons like that. So it will be covering. So batteries here, then this is here. The buttons might be over here. And then this just needs to store, like maybe I'll have a sleeve, it'll sit there. So like, let's say like this. This is a bit tighter, but I need to hold it. And then there's room for the battery here. And then this might be on a hinge. So you can hinge it up and get to whatever's at the bottom. But I'm starting to think the relays should just be on a separate board. It should be micro and buttons, and then relay. Relay board with fuses. So that's probably what I'm going to do, is have this micro deal with everything, and then a ribbon cable over to the other board. And then maybe I can even stack the boards in one stack. So you take, 2 screws out, 4 screws out, lift this out, and then you have the fuses on the bottom or on the top or whatever. But I do want the fuses to be accessible. Okay, new plan. New plan. So you have a board, let's say microcontroller is sitting on a board like this, and it's mounted here. Well, there's a lot of stuff, right? Like these have to fit in. This has to fit in. And then eventually I'd like to add the functionality to have, well, first of all, I'm going to have spare fuses. So I'm going to have this and this, right, sitting up like that. That's going to go in here. Then I want to have spare fuses. I need room for the wiring, right? We need to run 7 wires for this, 8 wires, right? 7 in the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, 7th is the ground. So we have to run the wires. And then I also want to add light bulbs in here somewhere to test the vehicle side. And so this will be on this side, but then there'll be a pigtail in here to plug into the vehicle. So this space is going to be eaten up very quickly. I can guarantee you that. But I think that's pretty much got it though, because this will be here, right? Because this sticks out. So this will be here, like down here, as low as I can get it. I'll have the wires coming into here and coming out. Oh, and somewhere in here, going to have spare fuses. I'm also going to have like laminated paper in here somewhere to show the wiring diagram of this box so that you can fix it when you're on the road. So yeah, it's not quite as big as you think. You start running out of space very quickly. So yeah, probably make a 3D printed compartment for in here with the fuse, with the extra fuses and stuff. Yeah, because this all has to fit. I wanted a dual socket like this, but they're so expensive. This is way cheaper. And then that just fits in like that. And then you've got your 5 and 4 pin. So I think this is going to be a good plan. And in case you're wondering how this works. So this will come out. Four and 5 pin. Oops. So they're like, this is 3 and a ground. So this is a 4-pin connector, and this is a 5-pin connector. That's 3 and a ground, and there's also the reverse added on this one. So we pull this out. I think this should come apart. This cartridge is supposed to come out. Don't know why it's not coming out. You pull these screws, the middle cartridge is supposed to come out. Separate hole for, no screws. It's a quick connect. Oh, there we go. So here's the cartridge, so that's how it connects up. So there's all these connectors, and then you run your cable through here and through strain relief. But since this will be in a box, there won't be need for strain relief, so I probably won't use that. So essentially, because this one is my boss's box, I'm going to add his logo. I'm going to add his logo on the side here, and on this side too. So this one is going to be the prototype, and then I'm going to make another one for my YouTube channel because I think it makes a great video. I just don't want to put my boss's logo on the internet. Yeah, Canada Post is on strike again. I mean, I don't blame them, to be honest. Oh, look here. There's they're all written out. Green, black, that's the ground there. So yeah, I don't blame Canada Post for being on strike. I support their strike, in fact. And if you don't believe how bad the idea is that the government wants them to do, just go talk to Basement Electronics over on his YouTube channel. You'll see how badly impacted he would be if Canada Post just agreed to what the federal government proposed. So they want to remove door-to-door delivery. They want everyone to have these community mailboxes. And last time that this came up, people supported Canada Post. They didn't want these community mailboxes. I hate the thought that every single service, okay, Canada Post is a service. Canada is incredibly vast. It's huge. And so there's no way for private companies to be able to deliver things to rural Canada in a inexpensive fashion. So Canada Post costs us money, and services cost money. That's just what it is. It is kind of a bad idea. So essentially, they want to cut jobs, right? Which is a bad idea. Right now, cutting jobs is a bad idea. We already have a slow economy. And they want to save that money by essentially using fewer employees and deliver to fewer places. They want to deliver to community mailboxes. But what I have to say is that in a world where Amazon and international trade is super high, how come Canada Post can't make it work? So the directors and CEOs and all those people, because Canada Post is a crown corporation, which means it is not entirely private, not entirely public. It's like privately managed, publicly funded type thing. The CEOs and stuff, they get massive salary raises all the time. The employees don't. So in my mind, it's mismanagement. So they need to cut management's salary, not the employees. It's total horse crap. But this is the world we live in. It is what it is. So yeah, I hate it. I don't want Canada Post to cut millions and millions of dollars from their yearly budget. I want them to cut millions and millions of dollars from management salary because they can't make it work. It's that simple. Good unionized jobs are in decline, and we don't want to support declining more so. But anyways, I think this is where I'm going to end today, and here are the reasons. I need to get myself organized, so I'll probably take the rest of the time before lunch to organize myself a little bit. Probably not. Is today Friday? It is Friday. Okay, so tomorrow I might go up to my parents' cottage, do some last little bit of fishing before the end of the season and winterize the cottage and stuff like that. Oh yeah, the pole, gotta finish it. So probably on Sunday, very likely on Sunday, I will be back. So thank you all for watching. If not, it's going to be like next week at some point. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you all. Have a good day, folks.